That was Beijing Opera. And why do I put Beijing Opera at the start of my video? Because today we'll be talking about a Chinese pen. A pen by Jinhao, a brand that I have covered relatively extensively, I would say. I've reviewed quite a couple of their pens. You get this stuff on eBay. I honestly don't remember what I paid for this, but I think it was something like $10 including shipping or something. It's usually fairly cheap. And this is their model 195. And it's a pretty interesting pen because I'm going to cover the parts of the pen, tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, then do a writing sample. But why is this so special? Because of the Beijing Opera mask that's on there. And you got one right there too. I think it's the exact same one. It's just split by the clip. Okay, parts of the pen, on top of the cap, just this little black dome. Nothing too fancy. You have the clip. The clip has spring to it. See? Easy to use. I like that. You have that nice mask which has chrome, black and red accents. Again, I think that looks pretty cool. Some people would call this gaudy. It is, but I kind of like it. Then you have 195, the model number on the center band. And if you turn it around, it says Jinhao right there. Normal size pen, not huge, not small, not excessively thin or thick. Pretty normal size. The barrel tapers, sort of cigar shape, and then you get a nice little chrome band right there, and the end cap doesn't come off. It's just a cartridge converter filled pen. The cap pops off. It's one of those white inner caps which I've shown before. That is plastic, and that plastic will break. It will crack. So if you put a pen in there very deeply, post it very deeply, in my experience these things can crack, and then the cap gets very loose. Should that happen to you, I have a video on how to fix that. So, just so you know. Section, black, some chrome highlights, nib. It's not a number 6 nib, it's smaller. It's quite nice. It's just friction fit. You can pull it out, exchange it with something else. It says, that's always a lot of fun, it says Jinhao and 18 KGP for 18 karat gold plating. I don't know, maybe it's white gold or something, but I don't really see any gold there. It's just not there. Section, comfortable to hold. You got that lip there that would just keep the cap in place. Also make sure your fingers don't slip onto the nib. Pleasant to hold, not too thin, not too thick. I think it's pretty nice and tapered, very simple, but it works. Pen is not small. You can post it, but as I said, be careful. And in fact, when you post it, the cap falls off very easily, so be a little careful. Pen came with a converter, which has the nice Jinhao logo on there. Sorry, I'm not holding the mouse well. There we go, with a little chariot. I think that's quite cool. Has chariot and has Jinhao on there. Of course, it should go the other way around. Sorry. Jinhao, nice simple converters. I think this one came with no agitator. Never mind, that's okay. That's pretty much all there's to it. So, simple pen, nice gaudy opera mask. What do I like about it? What do I don't like about it? Well, what I like about it is the looks. It's nice, not too slim, not too thick. I like this size. It has some heft to it, a lot of metal in there. The opera mask, it's nice, it's different. Conversation starter, so to speak. What do I not like about it? Well, the pen was very dry. Skipped a lot when I got it. If you hold up the nib to the light, I can't really show you that, but the two tips of the tines were really tight against each other, compressed. I've just opened them up a little bit, and now flow is very good. So you can do that yourself. I have a video on that too, but don't forget you're buying, what, $10 including shipping. It's not an expensive pen. And in fact, I've had expensive pens do that. So, yeah. Nevertheless, cool pen. Easy to fix. I like it. You can take this with you, knock it about. One thing I don't really like is that the cap rotates quite severely. Even when you make sure the section is screwed in all the way, it rotates. I know that annoys some people, and I don't really like it either. It feels a little dodgy. But okay, that's what you get. Measurements. Let's weigh this baby. Seriously. 50 grams? 50 grams? I almost can't imagine, but that's what my scale's saying. 50 grams. Heavy for a pen. But it is heavy, actually, so I'm not that surprised. Just didn't expect it to be that heavy. Then again, I'm nuts, so what would I know? Measurements capped 138, well, no, 139 millimeters. Uncapped. Also, those caps are usually very hard to pull off. Those white inner caps, I'm not a fan of. At least they keep your cap in place. Okay, uncapped, I come to 104, no, 40, no, 118 millimeters. Section, the narrowest point, good 8 millimeters. Widest point, just below the barrel, is almost 11 millimeters, and somewhere in the middle, it's a good 10. And there you have it. So, let's do a writing sample. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Okay, here we go with the Jinhao 195, not to be confused with the 159, because that is that Mont Blanc 149 sized pen, and this is clearly not. The nib, well, I'm not even sure, I guess it's medium now. It used to be a bit finer, but it was also very dry, so I made it a bit wetter. I have videos on that. And that's pretty much all there is to it. The ink is Akkerman from the Netherlands. Chinatown. Red. I like putting that in Chinese pens for some odd reason. Very bright, intense red. I love it. Let's do a bit of writing. I shouldn't have altered this pen. I should have shown you what it was out of the box, or actually out of the sleeve. It just came in the sleeve. But it was very dry. And now, as you can see, just a bit of work, and you get a nice wet pen. Write smoothly, good ink flow. I like it. How about fast writing? No skipping, no skidding, made nicely wet. Speaking of wetness, yeah, look at that. Nice, even patch of ink. Nice and wet. The way I like them. Line variation, well, it's a steel nib. Don't expect too much, but it'll get the job done. The end, but before that, reverse writing turns this into a fine, and with a bit of modification it will flow well and it will not be dry, and you can even use it upside down. So, there you have it. I hope this was useful, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.